Welcome back to my channel. Now, in this video, you see it in the title, I'm going to be talking about the fat burning zone and how important it is if cardio is in your routine. Now, I recently did a video on cardio and how it is important if you do cardio whilst on a bulk. And if you haven't checked that video out, I suggest you do that as well, because I'm giving you all these tips, all these secrets. So let's get into it with the fat burning zone. So fat burning zone is very important to get into the sweet spot. It basically is essential for preventing muscle burning, enhancing fat burning, also helps with recovery, and also improves your cardiovascular as well. So you want that sweet spot to essentially prevent that muscle burning. So I don't want to be seeing you in the fucking gym sprinting on that treadmill at 100 miles an hour. That's not going to do it for you. You want that sweet spot to burn as much fat as possible whilst helping your recovery and everything else. So let's get into it. Why does heart rate actually matter? So heart rate is essentially how hard your heart is working. In cardio, the higher it goes, the more calories you are burning, but also the more your body might dip into energy reserves from strength training as well. So for muscle building, we want cardio that supports recovery, obviously keeps us fit, helps with cardiovascular, helps with strength training, and also prevents muscle burning and enhances that fat burning as well. So you're probably wondering, let's get into how to find your target. So you want to do a little calculation. So you want to do 220 minus your age. So I obviously don't know how old you are, but I'm going to give you an example of myself. So 220 minus 31, which is my age, which will give me 189 beats per minute. That is my max beats per minute. And to find that sweet spot, you want to subtract 60 to 70% of your max per minute. So your beats per minute. So for me, 189 minus between 60 to 70% is 113 beats per minute to 132 beats per minute. That is my sweet spot. But right now I am actually doing 120 beats per minute to 130 beats per minute. Now that is my personal sweet spot to burn as much fat as possible whilst keeping as much muscle as possible, whilst helping recovery and improving my cardiovascular as well. So that is my sweet spot, and that is what I have been doing. So let me give you some tips. You're probably wondering, how do I track this in the gym? So there are many things. So for example, if you're on, for example, the incline treadmill, which is great actually as well for that steady pace cardio, every machine roughly has things you can hold on to give you a rough estimate of what your beats per minute actually is. You can wear a smartwatch, which I do every single session anyway. This tracks my cardio. So obviously I go on there, click workout, put Stairmaster, which I do, and it has the beats per minute. So you check that every single time you do cardio, making sure it stays in your sweet spot. For example, if you go below your sweet spot, you can up the intensity of your cardio by upping the levels or subtracting the levels if you're going too high above your sweet spot. So when to push harder. So high intensity cardio above 80% of max heart rate can be useful in short bursts, like high intensity interval training. So short sprints, that's good, but only if you do it 1 to twice per week for about 10 minutes. Don't do that every single session. What I do currently, I do 45 minutes steady pace cardio, Stairmaster 4 times per week while staying in that sweet spot. That's what you need. You need that steady pace cardio for the best fat burning machinery. So for example, you've got Stairmaster, you've got incline treadmill, you've got steady pace rowing. Things like that are great for this sort of fat burning zone. So Stairmaster is also very good as well because it actually does help with your legs. So it helps with your building of your legs. And that's why I personally enjoy it more than, and it's not as boring as incline treadmill, but that is my personal preference. So that is that. So aim for about 60 to 70% of your max heart rate for maximum gains. So if this was beneficial to you, you know what to do. Like my shit, comment. Let me know in the comments what favorite cardio you like doing. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Constantly giving you tips and secrets. Don't forget, like I said, like my shit, and I'll see you on the next one.